Hey guys, I'm back again and I have for you a book haul today. Now, this is what I call a gift book haul because all of these books were given to me by my good friend Amy, and she is clearing off her bookshelves and there were some books that she didn't want. So she gave me an entire bag of books, and I'm grateful because, I like getting freebies and stuff. Now, I know I haven't been around for a while, and that's because my work has taken off in all my free time, taken away all my free time. And I am officially on holiday today. So, this is pretty much the last book haul of 2015. And when I come back after the Christmas holidays, because I'm going down to my in-laws, so there's no internet at my mother-in-law's, well, you know that story. So I won't be online at all, but I will come back after Christmas, and I have some reviews lined up because I have been reading slowly, but I have been reading, and I've been dying to review some of the books that I have been reading. So let's get started with this gift haul. And I'm going to start with this one, which is The Historian by Elizabeth Kostova. This one, I have heard quite a lot about it. It says on the back, hypnotic, a thrill ride through history. And yeah, I don't know, I think it's something about vampires or something like that. I'm not really sure. But this is a book that I remember seeing quite a few people on BookTube talk about when I first started BookTube 3 years ago. And I heard so many mixed reviews on it. It got me very curious. Some people said they love it. It's a masterpiece, etc., etc. So yeah, I'm going to give this one a go at some point. I would like to, maybe try. This is a mass market paperback with a little bit of water damage, but it doesn't matter. If I don't like it, then I'll just give it to somebody else. All right. Next, she gave me David Baldacci, The Collectors. And this is another mass market paperback. Well, everybody knows David Baldacci. I know him too. I see him in all the airport shops and stuff. Never read one. My friend Amy told me this is like one of those books where you start reading, it sucks you in. No intellectual thrill or anything, but it's just a good kind of thriller story. So I might pick that up if I'm kind of bored and want something different. Next, she gave me Man and Boy by Tony Parsons. Now, this guy Tony Parsons, I've seen a couple of other books by him in shops and things, but I don't think I've seen anyone on BookTube talking about Tony Parsons. It looks like it could be interesting. It says, Harry Silver has it all, a beautiful wife, a wonderful son, a great job in the media, but in one night he throws it all away. Then Harry must start to learn what life and love are really all about. So yeah, it looks like one of those relationship type books. I don't know. I might try this one. It seems like it could be interesting. If you know anything about Tony Parsons or you've read any of his books, yeah, let me know if I should even bother with that one. Now this one I was very curious about because I remember the movie of one of these came out. And this is the Berrytown trilogy by Roddy Doyle. Roddy Doyle. So it is basically The Commitments, The Snapper, and The Van in one book. And I don't know if you guys remember, I think The Commitments, it came out as a movie at some point a while back. But this is one of those books that some people, I think, being that it's Irish and all, that it's something that maybe some people wouldn't want to pick up. And this is, like I said, it's one of those continual stories, but it's a trilogy, and this is apparently the three of them together. So I'm kind of interested to check that out because I have a feeling it could be interesting. Okay, next she gave me The Twins by Tessa DeLu, who I have never heard of before. This is the book. It's pretty book. And it says on the inside cover, twin sisters orphaned at the age of 6 in Cologne, Germany, are farmed out to relatives. Anna, the more robust child, goes to her peasant grandfather and is raised under harsh conditions in a primitive Catholic farming community. Lot, too sickly for farm life, is taken in by socialist cousins who live across the border in the Netherlands. Separated for many years and divided by World War II and their opposing allegiances, the two sisters, now elderly women, meet by chance at the health resort of Spa in Belgium. Can they possibly find common ground? So yeah, that sounds like it could be a really interesting read. And I've never heard of this, but this is translated from Dutch. So why not? I've not read any Dutch stories before. Okay, next I picked up the Faber Book of Best New Irish Short Stories, 2006 to 2007. And I thought this would be really interesting to read because, yeah, I'm going to get more into the Irish novels and things because I haven't read very many of them. And I thought this, being that it's a collection of short stories, could get me started. Next, she gave me Labyrinth by Kate Moss. Now, I've seen this book on quite a few blogs, and I don't think I've seen any reviews on BookTube, though, of this one. I may have seen it hauled once, maybe, but I don't really know that much about it. But I think this is a trilogy. This is number 1. And it has very good reviews on Goodreads. And the few times I have seen it on blogs, it's been reviewed as a very interesting, captivating story. So it better be captivating because look how big it is and look at these words, you know, the kind of small. And it is a big whopping 525 pages, but they're very big pages. This is a big book. So I would like to pick this one up and see what it's all about because it, you know, it has been going around quite a bit and I haven't, you know, really made my hadn't made my decision on whether I'd read it or not. And now that I have a copy, I'm definitely going to try to read it. Next, she gave me 3 books by Annie Proulx, who wrote The Shipping News. Now, I read The Shipping News, and I wasn't over the moon about it because I found it a little bit too dark and depressing for my taste. But she's given me Close Range, which is this one. And it's, you know, Annie Proulx is a writer who she has a very distinct writing style. And it's the kind of thing, I personally think it's either you love what she writes or you're not that over the moon about what she writes. I think she writes really, really well. It's just that The Shipping News, the characters didn't appeal to me so much and it was a bit dark for me. The other book she gave me was Heart Songs and Other Short Stories. So this is a short story collection. And being that I want to read more short story collections, that was perfect because I didn't know that she had written a short story collection. So this could be kind of interesting to pick up at some point next year. And then the last one she gave me by Annie Proulx is Accordion Crimes. And this is a beautiful book. This one is, it says Accordion Crimes opens in 1890 in Sicily as an accordion maker completes his finest instrument. 19 polished bone buttons, sleek lacquer, and dreams of owning a music store in America. He and his 11-year-old son, carrying little more than the green accordion, voyage to the teeming, violent port of New Orleans. Within a year, the accordion maker is murdered by an anti-Italian lynching mob, but his instrument carries Proulx's story into another community of immigrants, the German Americans, founding a town in Iowa. Yada, yada, yada. This one sounds super interesting to me. So, yeah, I'm going to give Annie Proulx another chance with probably focusing on these two short story collection and this one, just because, you know, I hear New Orleans and I go off because that's my hometown, but you know, whatever. All right, then she gave me 2 Ann Tyler novels. So she first gave me Ladder of Years. Okay, and this one says a Baltimore woman disappears during family vacation, declares the headline. 40-year-old Delia Grinstead is last seen strolling down the Delaware shore, wearing nothing more than a bathing suit and carrying a beach tote with $500 tucked inside. To her husband and 3 almost grown children, she has vanished without trace or reason. But for Delia, who feels like a tiny gnat buzzing around her family's edges, walking away from it all is not a premeditated act, but an impulse that will lead her into a new, exciting, and unimagined life. Yeah, that sounds very interesting, Ann Tyler. And then next we have, by Ann Tyler, The Accidental Tourist. Okay, and this is another hardcover with deckled edges, really cool. And let's see. This one also sounds interesting. It's there, you know, I'm not going to go into much about what this one is about, but because I'm afraid there's some spoilers on this inside cover or something. But anyway, this as well sounds very interesting. Ann Tyler, I have only had the pleasure of reading Digging to America, which I thoroughly enjoyed, and I'm looking forward to reading these 2 and reading A Spool of Blue Thread. And last but not least, I have American Pastoral by Philip Roth. Now, Philip Roth is one of those writers that I've heard masses and masses of things about. Not all good, but he is the winner of the Pulitzer Prize, and that is going to be one of my goals, is to read some Pulitzer Prize winners next year. But this one I have heard a lot of good things about, American Pastoral. This is a very old, beat up copy, but I don't really care. I would like to pick this one up. I think the only other book I own by Philip Roth, I think I own The Human Stain, and I don't know if I own anything else. I think these are the only 2. So I'm quite happy to discover this author, because it's true, it's an author that a lot of people talk about, a lot of people respect and like his writing, and I need to pick it up to see what all this hype is about. And being that it's true, on BookTube, I don't think too many people talk about Philip Roth. At least I haven't seen very many. I don't think I've seen anybody talk about a Philip Roth. Maybe Just a Dust Jacket has talked about Philip Roth, but I think he's the only one. I don't remember anyone else talking about him. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed that haul. Yeah, getting back at it. 2016 is upon us. I wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas, and I will try to be back as soon as I can after Christmas with a couple of reviews so I can, you know, get back at it.